And good morning, everybody. Let us get started. Both hands, shake, 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 shake. Fingers together, interlace, palms together towards your heart. Here's the exhalation. Just very gently. Elongation of the arms. This is your inhale. Exhalation, returning. From the navel in. This is your inhale. First balance. Exhalation. Long fingers. Returning, coming down, down, down. Inhale, open. Exhalation, navel in. Hug the body into the space behind you. Is going to help with the balance. And here's that, returning back. Inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation. Feet will come out to the side. First straddle extension, wiggle your toes. And here's the circular mobility of your lower part of the rib cage. This part of the rib cage, like you're maneuvering from here. And can you see right and the left side of the rib cage is completely even? That gives the verticality of the spine. Opposite rotation, opposite rotation. We want this and not this, right? So your hands will show you, am I even? Do I have verticality of my spine? So once you start to get very comfortable, let's add the motion of your legs. So here, when you drive the ribcage to the side, the knees will come out to the side as well. So a little gentle extension, rotation in your hip, in the hip joint here. Here we have, once you have it, figure 8 with your arms. Look between your hands. That is going to get the neck and the muscle around our eyes well stretched out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhalation, inhale, exhalation. Returning back to that straddle, hello to the toesies. This is your inhale, open, open, open. Palms facing forward, turn the toes in. Here now, exhalation. Ribcage will come down. Ground into the feet. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Palms coming forward, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. One more here. This is your inhale. Exhalation, right elbow forward, left elbow comes under. Threading hold our forearms, tailbone forward, lifting up through the sternum, so the whole rib cage becomes a little bit lengthier. Walk the elbows forward before we come to that forward folding, shoulders down, down, down. Inhale to the right, circular mobility. That's your inhale. Out to the left, exhalation. So circular rotation to the right, inhale, half circle up, exhalation left. One more on this side. This is your inhale, lifting. This is your exhalation, navel in. Come to the left side now. Left side, half circle coming up. Exhale, right side, half circle down. This is your inhale, elevate, exhalation. When you can expand the spine in the vertical frame, this way, the rib cage becomes really open. And here's that exhalation. Both hands will face out to the side. Turn the palms out. This is your inhale, tailbone forward, backward circle rotation. Here's that rib cage opening again. We want to make it really lengthy, really bright. Couple more together, turning the palm out. Inhalation, looking up. Exhalation, lengthen through the tippy fingers. Ribcage becomes well expanded. One more here. Deep breath as you inhale. Exhale, lift up into the sternum. So your whole cervical spine becomes very open here. Okay, left elbow, right elbow under. Square hole of the shin. This is your inhale. This is your turn the toes in. Exhalation, forward folding, down, down, down. Inhale, coming into the upward extension. Tailbone forward, rib cage is very open. Left side, half circle down. Inhale, half circle, right side coming up. Navel in at the very end. Exhalation, legs are super firm. Inhalation, core becomes well extended. Right side here, exhale, reverse that circle. Inhale, left, as high as the body allows. Right, exhalation. Inhale, left, navel in at the very end. Exhalation, right side. Come one more here. Inhale, coming to the upstairs. Exhalation, use your wiggle thing to make the rib cage a little more fluid before we come to one more forward fold here. Turn the toes in, shoulders down. Stay here for a moment. Deep breath into the back of the shoulder. When the exhalation comes, you release the elbows down. Ground into the feet. Inhale, unfold. Open. Exhalation, fingers interlace. Palms towards you. Exhalation before you. Inhale, coming up. You had the shoulder external rotation earlier. Exhalation behind you. Have we cultivated enough flexibility opening in the rib cage already that it's almost feel like I'm asking you to do a standing back bend? Good, fingers together, inhale, exhale before you. Inhale, upstairs, tailbone forward, firm into the glutes, lengthen open. Strong legs and flexible spine. One more, inhale, exhale. Firm into the core, exhalation, firm into the glutes. So you really are engaging the leg muscle. The stronger the legs are, the easier it is for you to have flexibility in your spine. Okay, ground into the feet. This is your inhale. Glide back, exhalation. How about it? Feet will be parallel. Triangle base. Just step it casually so that you have in mind right and the left foot will be hip distance apart in your triangle base. Okay, let us start. Feet together. This is your inhale, long fingers. Firm into the glutes, firm into the core as you do the exhalation. Right arm, right leg. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Look to the fingers. Inhale, lift up through the sternum. Rib cage is well extended. Before we come to now, forward folding, shoulders down. Right arm again. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Sternum is well extended. Exhalation, left. Internal rotation, internal rotation. Internal rotation in that shoulder joint. Internal rotation in the elbow, in the wrist, in the fingers. Arching, lengthen skyward before you come to that forward folding again. Come one more. Inhale, one. Inhale, two. This is your inhale, three. Exhalation, one. Exhalation, two. That is your exhalation, three. Inhale, one. Lifting, lifting, two. Lifting, lifting, three. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Halfway up, fingers down. Exhale. Right leg comes behind you, balancing with the leg behind you. Inhale, look forward and up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Try to elongate the back leg. Make it a little bit higher. 2 more. Inhale, lifting. Lengthen up through the sternum. Bring the core in. Exhale, bend the elbows. Right leg away from the shoulder. Don't forget to click that left hip back. 1 more. Inhale. Exhalation, firm into the back leg. So when it returns, you don't even have to bend the knee. Ground into the feet. Beginning of the breath. Middle of the breath. Tailbone forward. Ending of that breath. Focus returns back to the heart before the palms comes to this position. Left arm, left leg. Inhalation here. Exhalation, tailbone forward. Exhalation, internal rotation. Wrist, elbow, fingers, and shoulders. Internal rotation. Lengthen into the tailbone and your sternum. Exhalation, left. Chin in, left. Beginning of the breath. Middle of the breath. Ending of that breath. Right, exhalation, exhalation. Keep going. Prolong it the way you can breathe. Prolong the awareness of how you can sustain that mental focus. 1 point of focus. Left hand returns, clicking that right hip back already. Left arm again. This is your inhale. Tailbone forward, sternum is already open. Before we bring the hands back into the space to the right, into the space beneath you. Ground into the back leg. Inhale. Sternum well extended. Core engagement. Forward folding. Clicking the right hip back. Halfway up. Inhale. Strong leg already, that right leg. Hug the muscle into the bone. Left leg comes behind you. Inhale, arching sternum forward. Exhale, bend the elbows. Back leg can go a little bit higher. Okay, inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, back leg a little bit higher. Clicking the right hip back. Come 1 more. Inhale, lifting into the sternum. Exhalation, back leg away from the shoulder. Stay here for a moment. Feel your breath. Feel the muscular engagement in your leg and your core before we return. Keep the back leg super strong so when it returns, it maintains straight. Feet together, ground into the feet. Beginning of your breath, middle of the breath, ending of your breath. Here now, exhalation, core is already engaged before the palms come to the center of your sternum. Ground into the feet. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, open. Exhalation. This is how we started today. Practicing again. This is your inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Navel in. Back leg is super hugging the muscle into the bone on your way down. Let's have us come to our knees. Knees will be parallel to one another and hip distance apart. Tailbone forward. See if we can feel engagement in your thigh muscles here. Right arm first. This is your inhale. Look at the hands. Exhalation left. Lengthen. Ribcage has been quite prepared for a little gentle back bend. Tailbone forward, glutes engaged. By this moment, core is completely engaged. So you come back with grace, with ease, with simplicity. This is your inhale. Simplicity comes while we know how to engage the strength, our muscular awareness. Exhalation. Right hand comes behind you. This is your inhale. core engagement, glute engagement on its way down. Next set, same set, but if your rib cage feels so fluid, because all that ribcage work we just did earlier, see if that back hand can land on the foot instead of here. Here is totally fine and beautiful, but if you're ready, hands to the ankle. Okay, right arm first, inhale. From internal rotation, you go to external rotation. Left, from the internal rotation, we go to external rotation. Inhale, lift up to the sternum. Exhale, press the thigh forward. If your neck allows, go ahead and sink the gaze back, like you're looking into the crown. Deepen the breath into the front gate of your shoulder. Exhalation, firm the legs forward a little more. Tailbone forward a little more. Both arms this time to return. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Palms will come parallel to one another. Exhalation, gentle back bend, forehead or your chin to the ground. Have the thighs be vertical. Inhale into the back of the shoulders. Exhalation, come to gravity. If you start to feel very comfortable, maybe you can bring the chin, come with the chin instead of the forehead. Have the chin be on the floor. Inhale, your thoracic spine gets the breath. Exhalation, core comes in as you curl that tailbone. Feel for more extension, more mobility in your lumbar spine as you exhale. Inhale into the thoracic spine, cervical spine. Exhale, relax the rib cage, elongation in your lumbar spine. When you want to elongate your lumbar spine, this is a good time to protect the spine by firming the core engagement. Okay, next inhalation, gently, we will come back to the vertical thighs. Left arm. This is your inhale, tailbone forward, internal rotation. Exhalation, left hand to the inner ankle. Right arm, internal rotation, internal rotation, internal rotation. Keep going with that breath. Hands in the air or to the inner edge of your right ankle. Tailbone forward, exhalation, curl that tailbone forward. Looking up or looking back. Breathe into the top of your shoulders, front gate of your shoulder joint. Exhalation, use the firming of the glutes to maneuver the thighs forward a little more. As always, let the inhalation be deep and long. Let the exhalation deepen the pose, deepen your focus, deepen your muscular engagement. Tailbone forward first, both arms. Inhale one at a time or both arms together. Palms will be underneath your shoulders. Walk the hands forward. Rib cage comes down. Forehead or your chin to the ground. If you have your chin to the ground, look up. Like you're looking at your crown. But if you have your forehead down, look into your heart. if you have your forehead down, when the exhalation comes, let the heart feel more relaxed. That will create more mobility in your thoracic spine. Next inhalation, very gently. We bring now hands under the shoulder, knees underneath your hips. So they're parallel to one another. Inhale, arching, crown, tailbone skyward. Exhalation, puff up, rounding of the spine. Lift up into the back of the shoulder. And just do your wiggle wiggle thing to mobilize the rib cage, your shoulder, and your spine all the way from the top to the biggest part, the highest part to the lowest part of your spine. Okay, right arm, left leg. This is your inhale. Exhale, right elbow, internal rotation. Left knee, opposite limbs. Two more, inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, navel in. Core engagement, focus engagement. Inhale, lengthen. Stay here for a moment. Have you got enough mental strength to elevate that back leg higher? Exhalation, both hands will be parallel, so are your knees. Shoulder width apart. Toes tucking. Inhale, crown, tailbone skyward. Exhalation, firm now, into the four corners of your hands. And try four corners of your feet. Wrap the breath in the outer edge of your shoulder joint. Exhalation, firm the core in, elongation of the tailbone back. Spine needs to be well elongated. Meanwhile, your legs need to be super strong. Otherwise, it's your wrist. If your legs are not holding you here, your wrist joint will take up a lot of unneeded responsibilities. Taking one more deep breath. Exhalation. Knees will come down. One more. Back bend here. Arching the rib cage forward. Chin or your forehead to the floor. Inhale into the back of the shoulders. Feel for releasing the rib cage down. Direct the breath into the rib cage cavity. Next exhalation, we return. Hands under the shoulder, knees underneath your hips. Okay, opposite limbs. Left arm, right leg. Inhale. Looking forward, navel in. Exhale, internal rotation. Left knee, left brain, left elbow, right knee. Left and the right brain needs to coordinate. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, gazing forward up. Like there's light coming out of your fingertips. Exhale, internal rotation. Left knee, left elbow, right knee, belly in. Inhale. Can we take that back like a little bit higher? Exhalation, returning. Hands and your knees will be parallel to one another. Toes tucking. Inhale, crown tailbone skyward. Exhalation, firming that legs back. Downward facing extension. Opening the outer edge of your shoulder blades with the breath. Elongation of the lumbar spine. With that said, at the same time, firm the core in, firm the belly in. There is a very subtle but clear internal rotation in your shoulders and your elbow joint. If that is so, if the articulation of your elbow and your shoulder joints are clear, then there should be no weight in your wrist. Next exhalation, we return. Let us come to our elbows. Catch hold of your elbows. That will give you the measurement as we interlace our fingers. Ground into the forearm, puff up between your shoulders. Let us try downward dog leg, but dolphin arms. Once you have it, puff up between your shoulder blades. Do we have more room for us to walk the feet closer towards the elbow? Resist gravity by elevating, puff up between your shoulder blades. Right leg comes behind you. One-legged extension. Your head is off the floor. Deepen the breath. Clicking that left hip back. When the exhalation comes, elevate the right leg a little stronger. Okay, deepen the breath. Exhalation, core engagement. Right leg will return. Straight and strong. Feet together. Left leg behind you. Clicking the right hip back. Puff up between your shoulder blades. Breath opens up the shoulder blades. Exhalation, navel in. Muscular engagement gives you the strength. Opening of your shoulder joint give you opening, flexibility in your heart. Once the heart is bright, it's very easy to engage your muscular engagement. Okay, taking one more deep breath. Try to keep the legs straight on its way back. When you return, knees to the floor, close hold of your ankles. That will give you the returning action to come to your seat. Okay. Right knee on the bottom, left leg over the knee. Okay. So from the side, it looks like this. Catch hold of your right ankle. See if we can close the distance between the right foot into the right hip. Okay, both arms. This is your inhale. Here now, exhalation, skyward. Little wiggle, wiggle. Hug the body into the space behind us. Exhalation, palms will come together. This is your inhale. Exhalation. So we did this earlier. Right elbow first, left elbow comes under. This is your inhale. Exhale, elbows to the outer edge of the left knee. Deepen the breath. Exhalation, torso to the right. Bring that forearm out to the left. Inhale. Exhale, lean the head to the right. Have the arm go to the left. One more, inhale. Exhale, left. Stay here for a moment, breathing into the back of your shoulders, back of the spine. Every time when we exhalation, there's more room. You go into the room that you just opened. You go into the spirit, you go into that very beautiful space that you just opened. Inhalation, we return now. Skyward. Use your wiggle wiggle thing to elevate the elbows up a little higher. Exhalation, we release. Left hand takes hold of the inner edge of your left foot. Okay. Inhale, lifting of the foot. Exhalation, bring that knee into the space behind you. Okay, option 1, you work on this balance. Option 2, you work on this balance. Okay. If you need a strap can take the foot by the inner arch. Both your arm and the foot, the leg is working quite nicely together. Inhale, lengthen. Coordination, right hand and then left foot. Right and the left side of your brain needs to coordinate to each other. If that is so, right arm and the left foot, and then you can have extension in the spine, or that rib cage we worked on today, belly in. Try it, try it. You can keep that leg up. Once you have trained your muscular engagement to be super mindful, then you can actually, you don't need the fingers to hold the leg. Switching side, left knee on the bottom, right knee on the top. Catch hold of the right foot, close towards the base of the side of your hip. Okay, circle, inhale. Wiggle, wiggle. Make the spine a little lengthier. Here now, exhalation. Inhale, open. Here's that exhalation. Inhale, left elbow first. Right elbow comes under. Inhale, elevate. Exhalation, come to the side. Inhale, lifting as high as the body allows. Exhalation, let's bring the elbows to the outer edge of that knee. Deep breath, that's your inhale. Exhalation, chin to the left, arms out to the right. Yes, inhale, return, neutralize. Exhalation, looks like this. We release to the side. Inhale, center. Elevate to the right. Exhalation. Stay, stay, stay. Outer edge of your left shoulder, the rib cage gets the breath, the back of the rib cage. And if you can hug the rib cage into the space behind you, that would be even better. Okay. Center into your core engagement before you return into the elevation. Taking one more deep breath. Exhale, releasing. Right hand. Take hold of your inner arch. Invite the knee to come back. Brace the knee to come back. Here, spine wants to be bright. Even if that means you need to use your left hand to remind the spine to be bright. Once you go for that full extension with your hand or with your strap, let's focus on the verticality of our spine. Inhale, inhale, crown skyward. Exhalation, invite the body to hug it into the space behind you. Otherwise, we're like this. We want our neck to be lengthy, spine to be lengthy, as we take that foot away from the shoulder. Option 1, you're here. Option 2, you are here. Option 3, if you can engage the muscular engagement from the leg muscles into the bone, like you're hugging it into the bone. Of course, the core needs to be there for you. Both arms can be free. Once we return now, feet comes together. Use your wiggle wiggle thing. Make sure the two corners of your hips are even. That will give you verticality of the spine. Wiggle wiggle. Let's give our body a moment to relax. Be a little more playful here. Okay, fingers coming forward. Hello to your hands. Deepen the breath. Exhalation, walk the hands forward, shoulders down. Exhalation, we come to the right side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale into the right side of the rib cage, truncate of the right hip. Exhalation, use the left elbow mobility to help you to go a little deeper into this twist. Next inhalation, very gently, we return now, halfway up, forward folding, coming down. Next inhalation, very gently, we return up. Exhalation, use your wiggle wiggle thing to gently release a little more. However you come to your standing, we shall return back to our first station. Horizontal extension, open the rib cage, open the shoulders. Here now, starting from the space of our heart, the flowing of the water in the ever-living fountain, the rising and the setting of the sun upon its way, the wide encircling among horizon, heaven above, and the earth beneath my feet. Feel your feet, feel the warmth of the earth beneath your feet. The root that rises from stems, leaves, and flowers, and returning the falling of the sea. Moment to remember, moment to reconnect, sense of appreciation to that deepest part of yourself. Okay? Until we meet again, you just stay with our breath, stay with the patience, stay with 6 directions of awareness in your body, in your space, outside of you, around you, and within you. So, I wish